Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh is the true name of the God of the Hebrew Israelite, who the world ignorantly just calls God. Yahweh Shah is the true name of his only begotten Son. I want to give double honors to the apostle of the great millstone that taught us this truth and peace and love towards the hopeful elect. All right, man. Spirit led me to this today. Concerning all the confusion that happens amongst us on a daily basis, us as a nation, and today just concerning our hair and specifically the woman. All right, I came across this article through the Spirit. It says black women, again, black as a color. We're saying that these so-called black women are, predominantly the Hebrew Israelite women, all right, at higher risk for uterine cancer. Researchers blame chemical hair straighteners. Definitely not going to read none of this article. You should get the point on that, man. Now, time, day in, day out, we get on the men and the women, the men and the women, the men and the women of our nation, as well as everyone else, man. But again, talking about the women right now, and how out of order they are on all levels, man. You got the blatant wild child syndrome going around, all right, but also even so-called soft-spoken women, any woman that's not under a man of the Lord, and being, as the scriptures say, the woman should be, all right, is pretty much out of order. So we don't really care if you're soft spoken. And because of these things, man, going back to the curses placed upon the Hebrew Israelites for their transgressions against their power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the Lord put a plethora of curses upon us, all right? And because furthermore, all right, talking about our women, because, and I'm gonna bring that out in a second, of the wickedness specifically of our women. This is something that the Lord have done. He put a curse upon their hair, and that's why throughout the world, the whole world knows this, Eve. All right, everybody, especially here in Babylon the Great, know it's something up with your hair. All right, it's a thing. You don't want to get in the water. All right, don't want to get it wet. You wear wigs all the time and weave. Everybody knows that. Just look at the people selling it to you. All right, but we're saying this is a sign. God damn it. All right, this is a sign that you are these daughters of Zion, the daughters of Israel, man, that the Bible speaks of, man. But the Lord put a curse, plenty curses upon us, man. But this one on our women hair, man, is nothing to play with. It's if you've been around an Israelite woman, all right. My grandmama's is an Israelite woman, all right. My mama, my daughter. So I've been around this, females I deal with, all right. So it's not a game. I've my baby mama in our early days of dealing with each other, man. I popped up over there at her house one day, and she didn't have on, her headpiece or whatever you want to call it, however they cover it up. And man, I hit that door. Do you know she was screaming, running with her hands on her head, so I couldn't see it. All right, now my baby mama haughty and prideful is all get out. But when it comes to that hair, man, it's not a joke, and they know what's under their head. At damn near nothing, but they've been allowed, man, through this witchcraft and the vanity of Babylon the Great, to be able to hide that imperfection and hide that curse, man, that the Lord has placed upon their head, man. All right, now in relation to the chemical thing and straightening their hair, again, I'm going to bring out these precepts, and this is why I say these things. All right, first and foremost, Hosea 4:6. This talking about our people, man, so-called blacks right now, all right, who are, from the nation of Israel. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. All right. As they were increased, so they sin against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. Perfect. All right, let's talk about now. If you know, you should be studying to show yourself approved, to know how we got here. All right, so we're still in our captivity. We're here, and in the midst of this captivity, the Lord let us, have some things, all right? And we got prideful again, and especially our women in these last days, they're prideful now more than ever, all right? Running around the earth rampant, going crazy, all right? But one thing about it, soon enough, the Lord is going to show their shame, man. That's the part of how the Lord operates, man. These prideful spirits, that's something the Lord said he hate, a proud look. All right, so who's more prideful than the woman? And again, is she so fake, man? A woman so fake, especially our women, man. I don't see why they're prideful. This is like fake pride. It ain't even real pride. You don't even really look like how you trying to portray. But again, the Lord is getting ready to turn, this fake glory, all right, this fake pride into, true, real shame, man. And going back to that destroy for lack of knowledge, man. Again, they don't even know who their power is, who their God is, their God's names, or so like, yeah, their God's name, all right, and his son's name, all right, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. So without just having that understanding and having that fear, which is going to lead to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, how could you even understand the curses placed upon us? If you don't know our power, you don't know our nation. All right. You don't know what we went through. You don't understand the curses. All right. But we're saying we were destroyed. All right. After all that transgression, now we have a lack of knowledge. All right. Now this remnant is coming back into that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but the rest of the world don't. So let's talk about the hair. All right. Get to the point. Right. I said all that to say this. Right. um. Let's go Deuteronomy. Yeah. Deuteronomy 14:2. Come on. Perfect. So listen to this. Deuteronomy 14:2. For thou art an holy people, talking about the Hebrew Israelite, the nation of Israel, all right? For thou art an holy people, all right? Not wicked, until the Lord was supposed to be thy God, and the Lord have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. And I want to, talk about that word peculiar, and also the phrase above all nations. That means that that's not an equal statement, that's not equality. The Lord is clearly letting it be known that this nation of Israel, this peculiar nation, is supposed to be above all the other nations that are upon the earth. Okay. And by the Lord's standards, yes, that means that we're better than by the Lord's standards, not by, our works or what we do, but because the Lord have created all this for himself, man. He wanted, to create man and gods and all this, all right, for himself. The scriptures tells us that, man. The Lord have created all things, even the wicked, man, that we always talk about. But this peculiar, man, see if we got the definition for that. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is just the English definition of peculiar, strange or odd, unusual. All right, special. All right. So concerning our hair, all right, that is something that the world, the rest of the nations would call strange, odd, unusual. The Afro hair, yes. The type of hair that all the women seem to know and understand that it defies gravity, but they don't ever really be showing it, you know. But yeah, man, our hair is a part of that peculiar treasure, man. Our melanin, all right, the talent, all right, that the Lord, put in both his men and his women, all right, the children, very very talented. But also, the way we look, man, to be different, and a part of that was our hair, even concerning the women, all right. So, being that our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, the Lord has, I mean, he's been having his way with us, man. All right. And our women are completely gone, man, especially the ones here in Babylon the Great. So throughout all this captivity and oppression and manipulation, you should know this if you're so-called black, so-called Latino, so-called Native American. Um, we, and especially the so-called blacks, we seem to have, through all this oppression, become to hate ourselves. All right, hate the melanin. All right, light skin versus dark skin stuff. All right. And as far as the women go, because the men, for the most part, real men, you know what I mean? They don't really care. They going to let that hair rock however it rock. But for the women, oh man, you already know what's going on. They hate themselves, man, or it sure looks like they do. You got a lot of our women wearing this long blonde hair, and let me tell you, as a man, and I can probably speak for a lot of men, for them, if it ain't really against what Yahweh Shema, should I say, we could give a flip how you wear your hair, what color it is. But what we are trying to say is this is the reality of this. If you're talking about you believe in God, all right, you should. Well, if the reality of it is we have an enemy. All right, and this enemy have done treacherous things to us throughout generations, and the women of their generation have that hair, and we just don't like seeing it. Like I said, we could give a flip how you wear it and what color but this blonde shit is a sign, man. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than y'all just doing stuff. Y'all ain't fooling the men. We know you hate yourself. All right, you think you're ugly. You still want to be like your enemy. All right, and you already know who that is, Becky with the good hair. So y'all say. You know what I mean? So y'all say Becky got the good hair. It looked like, I mean, especially blonde hair, I ain't gonna lie. It might look good on some women, but compared to ours at its best, moisturized and all that. Cause I believe through the spirit, man, we're gonna have this kinky hair forever, man, in eternity. But I believe through the spirit, once we get those glorified bodies, it's not gonna be dry. Dry like it is. Y'all know the struggle, man. Y'all know the struggle, man. But back to our women, man, and them hating themselves. So yeah, going back to the straightener and the cancer. So yeah, I said all that to say that's what's going on, man. And it's all from Yahweh Shem and Hawashai. That's a good thing, man. Because it's gonna resonate more and more as we get closer to Jacob's trouble and get closer, to the whole earth being humble. All right. But our women have been trying to hide their peculiarness for quite some time here in Babylon the Great. And this is more punishment for, oh, you thought you was slick, huh, Eve? You thought you were just going to put this rocket fuel in your damn hair all these years and wasn't nothing going to happen. Just like birth control, all this crazy mad scientist shit that the enemy, then came up with and gave and promoted to our people. You know what I mean? Uh, what was I finna say? Let me bring out another precept then. Yes, perfect. That goes right into that. Going back to our enemies and how they manipulate us through the commercials. Definitely. I was born in '89, man. But I've seen commercials on YouTube, and I remember commercials. But during that Colt 45 era, the Billy D with the commercials and NWA coming out, there's a lot of perm and shit commercial just for me, band 2, all that, and who runs, the media, the entertainment industry. It surely isn't us. All right, it's our oppressors. And concerning that, I mean, they the one that gave us this. They the ones that made us, hate ourselves, man. It goes back to when we was, in change, and they was quote unquote buck breaking us, man. All right. The psychological, the physical and psychological, terror that these people have placed. That's why we so hard on y'all about that blonde hair, shouted. It, like I said, we could care less. It's deeper than that. And if you, especially for the ones claiming, the Bible, man, it ain't a good look. Okay, give me any color but blonde, long. That's not your hair. And again, we destroyed. We're not in our perfection. All right, and the hair don't really look and act the way it should. Well, this is because we're not supposed to be perfect. We're here to serve out our captivity, but you can't tell a woman nothing. See, they in la la land all day, every day. A woman just go with where the wind blow, and that's what this great tribulation is for, man. You know what I mean? Because my aunt was saying that a woman thrives in a time of peace. That's when a woman's at her best. Peacetime, being with the family, being feminine. All right. But we're saying, we're blowing the trumpet, telling the nation and everybody else, man, there's a war coming. There's a storm coming. So on that day, surely, I mean, just naturally, they're always gonna, be worried about that, man, because it's something in them. I'm not a woman, but I can see it with the wisdom that the Lord gave man. There's something in them. We know that they like to be whatever an image of pretty is. And I forgot. I'm glad that's the spirit. I got these pictures and I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. That means, and when I had said a woman go with where the wind blow, I'm saying whatever a woman says is beautiful, or the image of perfection, they'll do it. And I'm gonna bring out these pictures after I get this precept to show you, even concerning the stuff that you put in your hair. This shit is rocket fuel. And that goes into this, just like, us eating chemicals, man. All these chemicals, are not supposed to go in our hair, bro. Straight up, the Lord, we got oils and all type of, natural stuff that the Lord have created from the earth, that goes with us. We come from this, these terrestrial bodies, all of that, it goes together, not the chemicals Esau then came up with. I mean, even if you wanted to, be a little straight, hey, that's what heat is for. You know what I mean? That's natural heat. All right. And that can be detrimental. You do it too much, you know how it go. But I mean, these chemicals, man, this is why y'all getting cancer and everything else, man. Had these vaginal problems and all this shit. All that is related, man. The stuff that we put on our skin, in our hair, all right, in our body. All right. But let me get this precept. I'm everywhere, but you just stay with me through the spirit, it's flowing. Oh, yeah, where is it? Psalms. Here we go. And then I bring out those pictures. Psalms 83. Where is it? Here we go. 83 and 3. All right, concerning our enemy, man, they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones, man. Now, well, I'll go on. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. The true Israelites, man, not the fake ones. And a part of us as being a nation and being peculiar is to be different, and our hair is a part of that. So they've taken crafty counsel to completely destroy us. Again, going back to the people who run the industry, all right, the commercials that we've saw, all right, the Colt 45, all the sex that they promoted and gave us, all the violence, all right, and this hair being straight and different is a part of it. If you look in so-called Hollywood, man, hey, you'll see it there real good. All right, real good. And as men, I'm telling you, it's a sad thing to see. I know we talk a lot of crap, but it's a really sad thing to see our sisters go out like that. You look at Vivica Fox now. She was a hottie, huh? Back in the day. Heartthrob, you know what I mean? And you look at her now with all the plastic surgery, and she does the blonde hair a lot. Just destroyed because, we've been destroyed. All right, we've been oppressed and beating the hell out of us, and with this covert, slavery. I mean, our women are just gone, man. They not fooling nobody but themselves. Cause I say again, everybody on the over here in Babylon the Great at least knows there's something up with y'all hair. They know, y'all shit ain't right. You know what I mean? I can't say that about the men. The Lord didn't put a curse on our hair. Now men not supposed to have quote unquote long hair. But I mean, our shit be rocking though. If we want to let it grow a little bit, like Eve, it just not. And not only just the natural curse. Again, goes back to the lack of knowledge in all things. Is the shit that you're putting in it, the shit that you're doing to it. Wearing these wigs all the time, wondering why it won't grow. You wearing these hats, these hair hats all the time, wondering why your shit won't grow. You always covering it up, always putting these chemicals, always gelling it up with this glue, this gunk. All right, and thinking your shit's supposed to take off like that. Absolutely not. But let me bring out these pictures to show you how stupid women are. Just keep it real. All right, now especially concerning our women and why they shouldn't, be trying to look like these other nations, especially using this witchcraft and these chemicals, man. We don't know what the hell this stuff is. Uh, So here's some images of what women of other nations and quote unquote cultures find beautiful. All right, you've seen these, and I've done a video on this before. But here, boom. I think what Thailand women. All right, this is something that they find beautiful. Long ass stretched necks. That ain't the move, but they'll do something detrimental to their body for the image of beauty. That's what we're saying our women do with this hair shit and putting these chemicals in their hair. Right, this is detrimental. Like they put these damn collars, golden collars around these little girls from a little age, all up to their old ladies for an image of what they say is beauty, and perfection. You know what I mean, and this is why the Lord tells us to stay away from a lot of these well, all of them, really, all of the custom of the heathens, because it's crazy. It's crazy. He not just saying that for no reason. You try to do this stuff, all right, bam, the foot binding from the so-called, I get, Chinese folks, all right. You look at her feet, man. They like little feet. They find that beautiful for a woman. I mean, we do too. We don't want a woman of big, big floppy feet, but you see how detrimental this now. I mean, from a young age they start this, and I believe you got to break some bones, all right, in order to get your foot to look like that. So I'm saying, look how painful, detrimental a woman will go through all these links for what they call beauty. Going back to the butt lift thing, stupid. Go to Dr. What's his name, Dr. Compton, you know what I mean, Dr. Bankhead, and get these butt shots, and it's completely dangerous. But to have whatever Babylon the Great saying is beautiful, which they're saying this big old rump is beautiful, our women are going out bad. How stupid can you get? And they should know better. So the Lord wasn't lying when he said we're sottish children. Stupid. Just stupid. No knowledge of nothing. Definitely not the Father and his Son, and definitely not the laws and statutes and commandments. All right, these things go into a lot of statutes, man. All right, customs. All right, that only our nation had, and this ain't it, bro. Our women don't have to break, our foot. Now in our profession, we won't have to. We gonna be like, and that's why we seek Yahweh Hashem Shai now in these last days, so we could, hopefully receive that perfection, and we ain't gotta worry about none of this no more. We're gonna be perfect. These bodies ain't gonna be nothing to play with. All right. You think you seen a beautiful man now for the women, all right, and vice versa. Think we seen some women now. Wait till the Lord, does his thing and blesses us like this earth has never seen. But yeah, and I had one more. Oh yeah, the lip thing. You already know what's going on. Y'all seen this? You know how Ham do it, man. But they think this is, I believe, it's a part of, some type of what they think beauty is. But come on, man. And our women not far from that with the bull nose ring, what they call the septum piercing. I hate that shit. But they gonna do whatever. I hate it. I hate it, bro. Like, why would you, a little nose ring? Okay, I can do that. But piercing your whole damn septum and having that thing hang out your nose like that, it look crazy, man. It always just look like you have something hanging out your nose, man. I can't get with it, But I'm saying, our women, and all women seems like, are gonna do all these detrimental things to their body to attain whatever the earth is saying beauty is. And our women putting this rocket fuel in their hair is no different. All right, it's chemicals that's setting on their hair. It's bad for their hair, bad for their body, but they'll do it anyway because they're lost, and they hate themselves. And it goes back to the curses. And this is all a part of it, all right? And this is the sign who our women are, man. All right? Yeah, man. And I had one more, didn't I? And that'll be it. And then I found this article, now we talk about confusion of face. This girl here seems to be, Chinese, but she could be an Israelite, with that confusion of face, or, could not. But look at what it says. This is what I'm talking about. It's always something about that peculiar afro hair. All right. Explosive hair is cool. Girl 5 bullied in China by classmates for her natural afro hair. renews beauty standards debate online. Because like I say, this ain't really got nothing to do with the men. We do our own thing. We cool over here. This is our women and their weakness, all right, especially concerning ours. The fact that it says renews beauty standards. See, again, we supposed to be number one. Our women supposed to be the finest, thing walking on the earth as far as the women concerned, and their hair is a part of it. People, it should be the other way around. These other nations should be trying to mimic and look like us, like they do for the most part. And like I say, they probably would try to mimic our hair if we let them see how it's supposed to go. Yeah, white girl get little braids and stuff like that because they look good. You know what I mean? But that's part of our culture. You know what I mean? And our women are so lost. That's why it says renews beauty standards. Because it's always a thing with this afro hair. Until somebody like this got to stand up, the little confused in the face girl, but our own women, they ain't gonna stand up for that. They ain't finna rock that. They finna continue to hide it. All right, you know why? Because the Lord cursed the majority of them. All right, and shit, damn near all of them, because the Bible tells us. Let me bring that out. I almost forgot that about a woman's hair and what it's supposed to do, what it's actually for. Isaiah 3:17. Therefore, and here's this curse that the Lord put upon the women specifically of our nation. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Bingo. The secret parts, the secret parts, the secret parts. You know what they are. All right. So the hair is supposed to be long, thick like that, ladies, and covering all your secret parts. It's something in you that knows that. You cut your hair, like I say, do all different type of, designs and styles and stuff. But deep down, that hair's supposed to be covering your secret parts. And because the Lord took it away, they got more haughty because they're more exposed. All right. They don't have their hair covering their secret parts. Now they're just going crazy. They they're past the point of no return, man. Lord did a number on our women, man. A number on them. That's why they so messed up in the head. I mean, naturally, a woman, hey, we have this wisdom, man. All right, a woman can get on the level with some type of wisdom, but it ain't gonna be nothing compared to the wisdom that the Lord gives His sons, man. And if a woman would just understand that you do have a prominent, important role in this thing of ours, but it ain't our position, this thing would go a whole lot smoother. All right, but now since the bitch don't want, and I hate to talk like that, but since the bitch don't want to do it, now damn near everybody gotta die. You see what we saying? This was a simple thing going back to our original transgressions, man. Seeing all those miracles, and then soon as start complaining. That's our people, though. You know what I mean? That's our people. But all right, we're gonna deal with all this, and we're just gonna burn this mother flipper up, and we're just gonna start over. You know what I mean? We're just gonna start over. How about that? Since y'all don't want to rock your real hair, and you keep on giving the glory to the other woman, well, we'll just burn this place down like the scripture says through prophecy. All right. And with that being said, man, I pray this was edifying. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Hawashai. Until next time, Shalom.